On Saturday morning, the 17 pilots entered the water for the first time in free practice at the UIM F2 Grand Prix of Portugal. It quickly became obvious that the conditions were not easy. Rising wind and the waves that came with it caused some spectacular scenes. At the end, world champion Rashid Al-Khamzi came out on top of the scoreboard, followed by Giacomo Sacchi and Sami Celio. The World Championship contenders Mansour Al-Mansouri and Stefan Hagin only ended up in 6th and 7th place. But what this result should be worth was later revealed in qualifying. Wind was an issue here as well. And again, Giacomo Sacchi coped with these conditions almost perfectly and ended up in 2nd place in Q1, only beaten by local hero Duarte Benavente. Meanwhile, the first qualifying round was a disaster for Stefan Hagin. The German had to retire during Q1.
I could go the pace with the first boats, but after 20 laps the engine completely broke down and had no power anymore, so we have really no idea what's the problem. We have tried to sort it out and we have changed some parts, but it was not the missing part. So now we have just changed the engine to my spare engine, and tomorrow morning in the free practice we have to see if all is working.
The early elimination for Hagin means he will be starting from the back of the grid for Sunday's race. This would have opened the way for World Championship leader Al-Mansouri to significantly extend his lead. But in Q2, the Abu Dhabi pilot also suffered from engine problems.
Yeah, it was disappointing for me. I was aiming for the pole position, but we found a belt that was broken and it went inside the engine.
Now, the two title contenders will have to race up through the field. However, for both, their World Championship title aspirations are still far from being lost.
We are still confident for the championship. Nothing is lost at the moment. And we push hard tomorrow in the race from the last position, but anyway, the race is the race, and I know I am very fast, and of course I will get more in front.
I saw that he left after Q1, but it seems that we will be fighting till the end.
With Hagin and Al-Mansouri knocked out of qualifying, things could get really exciting again in the championship. The Finn Sami Celio, who is 3rd in the standings, is currently only 13 points behind Al-Mansouri. With 4th place in Q2, Celio already took the first step towards keeping his hopes for the championship title alive. The fastest time in Q2 was set by Giacomo Sacchi, followed by world champion Rashid Al-Khamzi and Duarte Benavente. Brent Dillard and Bimber Sjöholm moved on to Q2 as well, with positions 5 and 6 respectively. In Q3, it was now all about the pole position for the Grand Prix of Portugal. And here a real battle started between Giacomo Sacchi and Rashid Al-Khamzi. At the beginning, Sacchi set the fastest time and was just about 3/10 ahead of Al-Khamzi. But the Abu Dhabi pilot was able to improve his performance and moved up to 1st place. The gap, again, was just 0.3 of a second. Behind them, the result did not change compared to Q2, but the battle for pole position got really close. Giacomo Sacchi reduced the gap to an incredible 0.008 seconds with just 3 minutes remaining. Sacchi, though, once more improved his lap time and secured his first pole position in Formula 2 with a gap of just 32 hundredths of a second.
Amazing, it's the first one in the F2 World Championship. Big thank you to my guys back at home. They made a lot of work, paid off. I'm happy, thanks to my mom, my dad, everyone in the family, thank you very much.
With second on the grid, Rashid Al-Khamzi is also back in the hunt.
Yeah, we were so close from each other. I have some mistake in some turns, but tomorrow I'll focus on the start and I can do it.
It will definitely be an extremely exciting race. The Grand Prix of Portugal in Ribaduro.